Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Beer Reviews with Trenny and C. This is it. We're really doing it tonight.
We are. This is like our 10th video we filmed, but
surprisingly not that shit-faced.
No, the first 9 were whiskey related.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're switching over to beer. And today we have the Phillips Brewing and Malting Company Test Pattern Rice IPA. Check this out. Looks like that screen on the television back in the day when it kind of got all fuzzy on you and whatnot.
This is... So,
go ahead. Oh, you talk.
What I was going to say is Phillips
Yes.
is kind of one of the original craft breweries in Victoria, British Columbia.
For sure.
And they've been around for quite a long time. And they're very popular. They released a product called Blue Buck, which is like maybe one of the most popular beers in the province.
Yeah.
So we got to give respect to them for that. They've kind of opened the floodgates to all these other breweries.
They have a really cool tasting room on, I think they have a new location actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know that.
I heard that they built a new room.
Government Street in downtown Victoria, and they just put up a big sign and it kind of has this 50s diner kind of look to it.
Cool.
And so it's pretty cool looking, and you can smell downtown when they're like...
Oh, when they're doing
when they're
their
cooking
their
it up.
brews,
And, like it gets very malty. And
I love that smell.
Oh,
It's
really?
one of my favorite smells.
A lot of people find it off-putting.
I know, and I love it. It's like that brewing beer thing. I also like the bottle. It's kind of got... It reminds me of like the Bowmore whiskey bottle.
With the broad shoulders and the kind of short neck and tall bottle with short neck kind of thing.
Yeah. So, as you mentioned, this is a rice IPA, which I've never personally tried something like that. Interesting that that's the grain that they used.
I mean, some regular beers, I mean, like Budweiser has rice, for example.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's not... Rice isn't that wild, but it is different.
It is, if it's like, I mean, I guess we could read a bit more about it, but it's the 17th anniversary ale, so they've been around, I guess, that long.
Yeah.
It's 6.9% alcohol.
Perfect.
And if I read a little something here.
Read.
Yeah, it's...
Just read the whole
Okay,
thing.
don't adjust your TV sets. Our 17th anniversary ale is broadcasting to you in fully calibrated Phil-O-Vision. Turn on, tune in, and drink up. This super extra premium dry rice IPA is interpreting your regularly scheduled programming with a full signal blast of flavor. Fill up your motion picture. Mm-hmm. Get it?
Picture.
With this special feature. Do you mind if I crack this open?
I wish you would.
All right, let's do this.
I've been waiting for you.
Well,
It's something.
anticlimactic, but okay.
Look at these new giant beer mugs that we
beer
have.
steins. These are 0.5 liters.
Yeah, great. And how big is that beer? That's about 650 milliliters, so you want to get to probably about halfway on that bad boy.
Start with that. Oh, no, yeah, I can do a bit more than that. Oh, sure. Rough it up a bit.
There you go.
I mean, some people really like it when you give like 3 or 4 inches of the head there, but I personally like it when it's...
I can already smell the IPA-ness of it.
See, that's a way bigger head, but that's okay. Some people like that 3 fingers because it's supposed to trap in the aromas or...
It says
whatever.
Ingredients: water, barley, rice, hops, yeast.
Cool. Very cool.
All right.
Okay.
It says phillipsbeer.com if you're interested.
Oh, it's got a nice nose to it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sweet IPA, kind of hoppy with a little bit of citrus, kind of.
Yeah, and kind of like also musty or something.
I was gonna say a little stenchy.
Yeah.
Like in a good way.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's and the
I like
the
these
color
heavy glasses.
It is heavy, and you can get your whole like 4. It's a 4-finger holder.
Yeah, it's a legit mug.
And then the beer itself is a little bit hazy. So sometimes these IPAs, when they're hazy, they just taste extra good. It's like that
Unfiltered
flavor
kind of,
is still trapped
Let's
in there.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
A little bit of zing to start with. They were right in that they said it was a bit dry, right?
Mm-hmm. It's actually quite nice because sometimes, I mean, we're giving props to Phillips for what they've done and what they've created and opening the doors for other breweries.
Sure.
But we're not always the biggest fan of their products.
Yeah, I don't go out and buy a lot of Phillips.
I mean, I know a lot of people that do.
Yeah, sure.
But I've found some of their hoppier beers to be pretty damn good. Like their shortwave IPA is quite good.
Okay.
Or maybe it's a pale ale. I can't remember. Anyways,
It's tart.
it is a little bit tart. It is dry. Does have that bitterness. It's not super citrusy, but it's different. It's different, and
There's
I like
a
that.
mid-palate kind of there's some kind of sensory experience mid-palate for me that's kind of like, it's got a little bit of a buzz to it, kind of like as it rolls down your tongue, it's kind of like zzz.
Like there's a good amount of hops, but it's balanced well with a good amount of malt. And sometimes those malts, when they're too heavy, it ruins a beer. I personally find, like when it turns into like a malt liquor.
Yeah.
You know, and this is a good mix.
But then it's when that happens, a lot of times they end up like super sweet.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like gross. This has just a nice, pleasant amount of sweetness to it. Like just
good.
Just to the point that it's like, it's just right.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
not,
generally
it's
you
not
don't want-
ricey.
It's not that ricey, I wouldn't say, but it does have this kind of, I think that musty or whatever it is about it could be coming from the rice.
There's a bit of a kind of like a, when I said that buzz, it's almost like a tinniness.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't come out of a tin, but there is that kind of like
metallic kind of
the
aluminum,
metallic
like-
tinniness to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I'm not sure I'm loving.
I never do. Usually, you know.
Well, what are your thoughts on this right now?
Well,
Are you enjoying this?
I am actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I was going to.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say you could probably, in our scale of buy none, buy one, and buy a ton, I could say buy a ton.
Really?
And not specifically for me, like I probably wouldn't, but if it was, say you go out to a party, or you go to like a keg party especially, and they have a couple of different varieties, and one's like a porter, and one's a lager, and then one's this, chances are I'd be drinking a lot of this.
Really?
Yeah. That's just me.
I'm really trying to determine between buy none and buy one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm having a hard time getting past that tinniness now. It's kind of like,
It's a bit of a buzzkill.
yeah, it's really kind of like sticking in my brain right
No.
now. Being put on the spot though, I'm gonna say buy one because it's not a bad beer. It's not bad at all.
No.
It's pretty good. There's that one flavor profile that's kind of messing with me a little bit. I think I can get over it, but I'm also not feeling it to the point where I'm gonna say anyone should buy a ton of it. I think it's a buy one, try it out, see if that's something, that tinniness is something that bothers you, or it might be like a flavor profile that you like.
Yeah.
Because hoppy beers can kind of have that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the other thing too
Maybe I'm poorly describing it as tinniness, but
no, that it is there. It's
Okay.
kind of that metallic sort of
Yeah.
like, almost like blood, like iron.
yeah,
bloody.
the irony, a little bit of irony.
Yeah.
Oh, the irony.
Irony. But also 6.9% alcohol. You could probably actually just buy one.
You probably could buy one and be just perfectly
and
fine
be
with
good
it.
for like, to set your night off right.
Absolutely.
Anyways, we are Trinity and C. Join us every Tuesday for more beer reviews. We try to do a variety of different things.
We try to do a lot of local to BC.
Yeah.
And then mix in some of the more mass-produced ones from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
We like to hit up weird beers too.
Yeah.
Stuff that's like banana
Like
or fruit or like
whatever. They haven't been that good, but we still like to try it. You never know when you're going to hit a good one.
Yeah.
So anyways, cheers.
Yep.
And
That's a real man clink. We'll see you next Tuesday.